After Saturday's disappointment, it's fair to say, I guess everyone's wanting a response this weekend, aren't they?
Yeah, I think Monday morning felt the opposite to the previous Monday morning, where you come in after the Wolves game and everybody can't wait to get in and get training, and all of a sudden there's some heads looking, or feeling sorry for themselves because the Colchester performance was a very poor one, and so it's one of those you just have to. It's a part of the season that you have your good times and your bad times, and it's how you react on both really, and so. Colchester, absolutely no excuses. I've looked at the video again, and it's not very good viewing. It's a very poor performance, and we can only hold our hands up and apologise. Really, it was just nothing. There was nothing about it that was anything like how we played recently.
And as a manager, you must be scratching your head wondering how a team can play so well against Wolves and then 8 days later play so poorly against Colchester.
Yeah, well, but again, I think if you spoke to probably the majority of managers in League 1 and 2. They would say the same. The teams that are flying at the top, the Wolves, the Brentfords, whatever, Orients. I'm sure they're producing more consistent performances, but maybe ourselves and others are very inconsistent, and that's how we are. And it does drive you mad, but it's going to happen again, and you hope then that we bounce back against Swindon. That's the most important thing.
And what a game to bounce back in as well, a team that hold a lot of rivalry for some of the fans at Gillingham.
No, it's a bit, the most important thing for us at the minute is 3 points. We don't get 4 points if we go and beat Swindon, but I know it'll feel like that. But the most important thing is for us to bounce back, and I'm very, very determined to show our supporters on Saturday that how much it means to them and how much it means to the players that we're going to get over that Colchester game.
I think we ascertained that you hadn't been involved in a Gillingham-Swindon game from last weekend. You haven't been involved in?
Well, again, I don't think I was, because imagine I had the year here, and I don't think Swindon were in our division at that particular time. So this is the first. This is my debut, and but as I say, I'll hopefully we'll go and get our 3 points.
One of the more unusual rivalries in English football, I imagine, but there are these odd ones, and I imagine you.
Well, I think Brighton and Palace, yeah, which has always surprised a lot of people. But there's plenty of rivalry, and as I say, that's good. No problem. I think that if it makes it an even better atmosphere here on Saturday, then fantastic for us, because that's what we want. We want Swindon players to come out before the game to know how lively our supporters are.
And what's the team news then, as we speak in midweek?
We've got a development game in the week against Oxford, so Linganzi is going to play in that just to see how his hamstring is, yep, for him to get confidence from it. Apart from that, I don't think there's going to be too many changes. Danny Kedwell is probably going to be a little bit doubtful. I think that he's feeling his leg a little bit, so closer to kick-off time. We're probably going to be making a decision whether he's then going to start the match or come off the bench, or then go and get it done. We've just got to have a bit of discussion that way.
Oh, I see. But no Chris Whelpdale, I think he's definitely out, is he?
He's still out. I think he's got a chance for Brentford away.
Okay. And no, I mean, you're always looking at people coming in. You can never say no, but ideally bring a defender in maybe.
I still would like to do that. Simply because of numbers, simply because of keeping people on their toes. I still think it's an area that we can get better at, and I've made no secret of that. I brought in Donovan Daniels to have a quick look at him and so on, and I think I still think there's another one out there that will suit us, and so I'm still going to keep trying.